Welcome to the 2021 Heritage Fair, brought to you by Heritage Patrimoine Cornwall in partnership with your TV Cogeco. Due to the pandemic, the annual fair at Cornwall Square has been cancelled for February 20th, but in its place, we have this series for you. Today's features the Lost Villages Historical Society, the Cornwall General Hospital Down Memory Lane Project, and the Loyal Orange Association.
I'm Jim Brownell, the president of the Lost Villages Historical Society. It's a pleasure to be here to give you some idea, the formation of our historical society and the development of a museum site at Ault Park in South Stormont. Our historical society, as many know, was created with a thought that the memory of one of the greatest engineering feats in the world, certainly in the 1950s and 60s, it certainly was a huge engineering feat where 6,500 people were relocated from 6 villages and 3 hamlets, and 40,000 acres of land flooded to create a new lake, which helped to generate the power at the new powerhouse that was built at Cornwall, the Robert Saunders Generating Station. Engineers had known for 75 years, if not longer, that in conjunction with a hydro project, that a seaway was an important development. This was at a period of time between August the 10th, 1954 and July 1st, 1958. With the relocation of the 6,500 people and the loss of many homes and whatnot, by the 1970s, members of our community had a feeling that our history was totally being lost. And by October of 1977, the Historical Society had their charter and a business number. And as you can say, the rest is history. In 1992, on August the 10th, 1992, we had a museum, finally. We were able to tell our story. Visitors came. We found other buildings, as an example, the Mullinatt Station, the Ziny Hill Barbershop from Mullinatt, the Manson Lapeer store from Millrush. We were able to start developing a little community around the Ault Memorial Stone, which is the centerpiece of our museum site. And that complex now, I believe there's 11 buildings on the site. That complex is what we classify as the Lost Villages Museum. And it's a place where visitors by the thousands come every summer and learn more about those stories and learn more about the people who were affected.
When I returned to Cornwall back in 2012, and then found out that went over to St. Joe's Continuing Care Center to volunteer, and admired their pictures up on the wall, and I wondered where were ours? Where was the Cornwall General Hospital pictures?
Right.
Then I found out they were in a closet over at the Cornwall Community Hospital. Then 6 of us got together, and that's how we created the Down Memory Lane project.
I remember that first day you came to see me, Sharon, and I was thinking about another lady that had been in and planting a seed that it was time there was a formal commemoration of the schools of nursing and the hospitals, and I was thinking, yes, that's right. I'm not quite sure when or how that's going to happen. And then you came in and you pointed out this milestone that was coming up, this momentous event, the 50th anniversary of the last class of nursing for both hospitals.
Both hospitals. 2 years later, they're up.
2 years later, they're up.
And it was all ready for the reunion.
Welcome to your Down Memory Lane. We did it! Yay!
I do want to thank all of you for the privilege of being part of this. Sharon for her phenomenal leadership. Throughout this 2+ year project, 2.5 years, it's been an absolute joy, but without Sharon, it takes a good leader, it takes people that can deflect to others, rally the troops, and she has been absolutely amazing for that.
Hi, my name is John Arksey. I'm representing the Loyal Orange Association for the Cornwall Heritage Fair. I'll start with a little brief history. The Orange Association is named after King William III of Orange, the Protestant Dutch king who brought both civil and religious freedom to England in the Glorious Revolution of 1688. This, in turn, brought to the world a constitutional democracy and freedom of religion to every British Commonwealth country it reached. Our aim is to educate everyone about our English heritage and culture, and to try and get people to remember what it was like here. Meanwhile, many Protestant communities in Ireland would band together for mutual support and protection. They would help widows and orphans and brothers in distress, and they held social events which brought together the different congregations that would otherwise never talk to each other. The largest of these were the Orange Boys. They were led by James Wilson, a Presbyterian farmer and a disgruntled Mason. When the first Loyal Orange Institution was formed in Ireland in 1795, the first 10 warrants went to the Orange Boys. However, it was the military that really spread Orangism abroad. After that, Ogilar Gowan came in 1830 and brought the first provincial Grand Orange Lodge to Ontario in Brockville. That was in 1830, and the first warrant issued there was Brockville LOL number 1, of which I'm the master.
Hi, I'm Right Worshipful Brother Mark Alexander, past Grand Master of the Grand Orange Lodge of Ontario East. I would like to talk about the history of the Orange Lodges in Stormont, Dundas, Glengarry County, and beyond, from Dalkeith to Cornwall, Cardinal to Hallville, Longsuit to Maxwell, and everywhere in between. The Orange Halls played a key role in the local communities, not only for lodge meetings, but they were a social gathering place or a community center for the area residents. Lodges very often had generations of family members following the traditions, become active Orange men or women, remain loyal to God, Queen, and country. Many ladies' benevolent association and Loyal Orange Young Britain lodges were spread out throughout the county. Many local community charities, children's and local hospitals, seniors residents and care homes, food banks are some of the many charities that the Orange Association sponsors. But we also have our own children's foundations in Ontario and Quebec.